Good evening. These next slides will present the accomplishments for the Downers Grove Golf Club in 2021. There was the expectation of high demand from 2020 to continue into the season, especially in the beginning of the year, with a number of restrictions still being placed due to the pandemic. It was only a matter of how early we could open the golf course to take advantage of this high demand. Lucky for us, the course was able to open the first week of March and, similar to last season, stay open all the way to Christmas. The one thing that we've become accustomed to over the past two seasons is adapting to the restrictions set by the state and how they affect our operation. It was not until the middle of the season that we were able to take advantage of the renovation to the clubhouse that was done last season. We were able to have a designated bar area along with a designated pro shop area to improve guest experience. One of the changes due to the pandemic is the demand for people to sit out on the patio following the round. There is a comfort level for the guests when sitting outdoors. New patio furniture was purchased, and most seats are full on league nights until sunset. A focus for the 2022 will be a patio renovation and expansion to take advantage of this demand. Also, something new for the 2021 season was the implementation of a new Downers Grove Golf Club app. Some key features of this app include a GPS system for the range and the golf course, new marketing tools, and a loyalty system. This loyalty system replaced our 1892 loyalty program from the past. It dramatically reduced the number of $0 rounds played at the course from years in the past. On this next slide, we can discuss the capital improvements that were done to the course this past year to meet the needs of our guests. We already discussed the patio furniture that was purchased in the previous slide, but our largest project of the year was our short game area being converted into a new private lesson tee. On this lesson tee, 7 new hitting stations were created, along with a new practice bunker and green. The new area will create a private teaching environment that is expected from those taking lessons. It will also open our driving range tee to our guests because programs and group lessons can now be taken on this new private lesson tee. A new range ball dispenser system was added to the driving range that included a new ball washer, blower, and dispenser. Due to the age of the old machine, this improvement was needed, and it also allows the maintenance crew to be more efficient when picking the range. A new greens roller was the new piece of equipment that was purchased for the grounds crew in 2021, and the continued improvement of bunkers to the course remains a priority. Doing these things, such as rolling the greens and improving the bunker conditions, are what sets us apart and allows us to create a premium experience for our guests. The next slide will focus on the programs and lessons that took place in 2021. Our golf pros have transitioned into independent contractors and have worked with our golf course to create new clinics for our leagues. Our leagues are what allow us to reach our goals and create demand for our open tee times. By doing things such as offering league-specific clinics, we create value for these leagues and cement their future at Downers Grove Golf Club. Our pros also took it upon themselves to gain additional certifications to offer to these leagues and our guests. The demand for golf was not just seen in the number of tee times that were played. A record number of lessons were taught by our pros when it comes to sales. Many of our pros taught from sunrise to sunset. Another change for 2021 was the return of golf outings. No golf outings were played in 2020 due to the restrictions. The new demand for golf puts us in the driver's seat when scheduling these outings. All but one of our outings moved to tee time starts. This removes the need to block tee times that go unsold. We no longer are discounting outings due to the high demand, and every outing we had at our facility in 2020 had a food package, which allows us to bring in more revenue. The next two slides will focus on the financials of the golf course. First, going over some key metrics. 44,714 rounds of golf were played in 2021. This is a number that has not been seen since the late 90s. What makes this even more impressive is the fact that we were able to achieve this number of rounds with a 10-minute tee time interval, limiting the availability of tee times for our guests. Not only was the demand seen in green fees, but the driving range almost doubled its usage from 2018. $1.79 million in revenue was created, creating a lofty goal for years to come. Not only was demand high, but the weather had little to no impact on rounds during 2021. Revenue exceeded expenses by over $557,000 for the year. The next two bullet points show how the course fared compared to budget in the previous year with increases in revenues. With the increase in demand and foot traffic at the course comes increases in expenses, and this can be seen in the numbers as well. The next slide will cover some other financials. The golf range was mentioned in the last slide with over 339,000 range sales done in 2021. This is 179,000 more than 2018. This was pre-driving range shelter and pre-demand from COVID. The goal will be to take these additional revenues and pay off the range shelter investment earlier than expected, and then invest in other areas of the golf course. The next bullet point covers rentals, primarily the golf cart usage at the golf course. With an increase in rounds comes an increase in cart revenues, but the new demand has also brought in new golfers to the game, and those are primarily choosing to ride when playing golf. We should expect our cart usage percentage to continue to increase in the future. The final bullet point shows the investment that we've made into the property with over $140,000 spent on capital investments. The golf course has always presented itself as a premium product, but with the change that has been made over the past few years, including the driving range shelter, clubhouse renovations, and now the private lesson tee, this premium experience can be felt in all areas of the property.